Hey everybody, welcome back. Uh, Glad you're back with me on the channel. Today I want to talk to you about something, and I'm being real serious about this. If it comes down to it could be a natural disaster, flood, hurricane, tornado, fires, whatever. We're seeing them all over the United States, and you always have the scenario of crap hits the fan and stuff like that. I want to talk to you about addictions because there is, I mean, I've been there, trust me. I've been addicted to a lot of stuff: alcohol, marijuana, nose candy, pills, and stuff like that. Okay, it's hard, and you ain't never been sick until you get drug sick, or dope sick, whatever you want to call it, or you can't get it. Okay, you take these people out here on this meth and all this other stuff. What happens when they can't get that? What happens if it's you? You can't get it. That's a serious thing that you need to be prepared for. Okay, best thing I can tell you is, if I hear it all the time. I quit anytime I want to. That's a lie. I'm gonna tell you, you're lying to yourself, and you're lying to whoever you're telling it to. If you can, why ain't you? Why would you want to be in such a predicament where a drug is controlling you? And it's a hard life, man. Look how much money is spent on stuff like that. Look how your family does without, because of stuff like that. Okay, that's the hard one. Alcohol. Hey, I know a lot of people addicted to alcohol. I was. That was the first thing went in my mouth in the morning, and it's the last thing went in my mouth at night. Okay, it was rough. Okay, and trust me, there was a lot of praying went on when I tried to get off all that mess. And you know, you just don't understand. You think you're going to die. You're praying to God to let you die. You're praying to God that you won't die. And it's just, you're so sick. I mean, it's like nothing you can imagine until you go through it. And the hardest thing for me is when I see people get clean. There's like, oh, I've been clean for 6, 8, 10 months, a year, and next thing you know, they're back on it. Okay, it takes a willpower, and don't ever think, oh, I'm good now, I can try it again. No, you can't. Okay, I don't touch alcohol because every time I do, it's back in the same, right, or back where I was. Oh, I need that drink today. I need that drink again today. Okay, and I have to fight myself back through the sickness and all. It ain't worth it. Okay, I don't smoke pot. I don't do none of it. And that's the reason why I'm still addicted, or I'm still an addict, whatever you want to call it. I just don't do it no more. Okay, and you think about these people out here. Okay, that's another thing. You need to think about your neighbors, the man down the road, these people in the cities and stuff like that. When they can't get their dope and stuff, and they think, oh, he might have some up in his medicine cabinet. I got, okay, they gonna come for your stuff. They may kill you and you not have a thing in your house that they can use, but they won't care. Okay, if you hear about people all the time robbing old people and stuff like that for dope and stuff. Okay, if you think anything's going to change and it won't get 100 times worse if a bad situation happens, you're mistaken. Now, I ain't just talking about drug addicts now. Okay, I've got one habit, and every morning I want to drink milk. I like to get up. Normally I wouldn't make this tape, but this what my video. This is what made me think about it. In the mornings I like to get up about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Let's see what time it is right now. It's about 20 minutes after 5. I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning. I went to bed last night at 10. I don't know why I can't sleep. I just 3 or 4 hours a night, and I yawn during the day, stuff like that. I know y'all see it on my videos and stuff, but that's why. Okay, but every morning I get up, I like to sit here. I'll watch the news, or I'll watch, like today I got hunting on. It's getting close to deer season, and we're talking about putting in food plots and stuff like that. And I like watching them shows because they'll give you information on stuff like that. That morning I like to have my little 2 cups of coffee. And the thing is I've got a little old bitty coffee maker that says holds 10 cups. Thinks what it is, or 5 cups, but it's that smaller one. It fills this up twice. Okay, I'll be honest with you. When I get more and I don't drink coffee, my head hurts so bad. You miss that nicotine or that caffeine and stuff, And, what are you going to do when it hits the fan and you can't run the store and get coffee? I know people drink coffee all day, every day. What happens? Okay, what happens when you go over to your neighbor's house? Man, can you spare a little coffee? They turn around and say, no, man, I can't. I ain't got none. And you're going to be sitting there, you line, and, your temperature's going to flare up. And, and these people out there, man, will absolutely come in your house, take what you got, just because they've got a habit of nothing but coffee. Okay, I'm going to shoot on all of them because you can say, oh, it ain't no addiction. These soft drinks, Pepsis and Cokes and Mountain Dews and all that. Okay, I know people drink 12, 15, 18 a day. I don't drink no drinks. It's every once in a blue moon. Like yesterday, I was there moving that freezer and stuff. My buddy opened up his refrigerator and I got me a Pepsi. Okay, that's the first Pepsi I drunk in a long time. I do drink a little tea, but I limit myself on stuff like that too. Sugary drinks, dude, are addictive as they can be. And what happens when you're sitting there at the house and there ain't nothing to drink but water? Okay, you can't go to the store and get them big Mountain Dews and Pepsis and energy drinks and all that mess. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of hurting people. I know people get so that gum hateful you can't even stand to be around them because they have to without Mountain Dew for a couple hours or something. Think about it once a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months. Okay, I'm telling you, they'll be robbing stores, pharmacies, and everything else just to get to stuff like that. And food will be the last thing on their mind. And, if you're a store owner, I know there's laws about if you sell alcohol, you can't have a gun, or blah, 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 blah. Okay, that means protect yourself in some way. Because I promise you're first on list. These little grocery stores, gas stations, stuff like that, if it ever hits the fan, they're coming at you for your gas. They're coming at you for, all that cigarettes and stuff you got in there. Okay, not just cigarettes, dipping, smoking, any kind of tobacco product. Okay, if you got a tobacco habit, do without it. I quit. I used to dip. I dipped and I chewed. I started out chewing when I was a little boy. Moved over to dipping, and I sat there and I thought, boy, I'm gonna lay this down. I'm quitting. It's getting too high. I ain't paying this kind of money for something like this. Okay, I tried for 3 months, and I couldn't lay it down. I got a tooth right here that's missing because I dipped, and where that dip blade right there, it took that tooth out of my mouth. And it's the only tooth in my mouth that's bad. But it's where that dip blade right there. Okay. An old lady told me, she said, anytime you're trying to kick a habit, look at the signs on the calendar and find it in your feet. And you can kick that habit. So just lay it down, don't touch it. Said, just don't. Okay. I laid it down, it didn't bother me all day. I thought, this is wild. I hadn't had dip. Your mind, I'm bored. Or, okay, but you can't. You go to pick it up, throw it back over. And I'll tell you right now, you can't quit with an empty can. Okay, that can had one dip took out of it, and I throwed it down. Told everybody I was quitting. They're like, "You're crazy. Ain't no way." I fought through it. It was aggravating. Yes, it was. It was rough, and you know, I had to get through it, but I did because I don't want those addictions. If you think about, let's say, cigarettes, I'm gonna say now, Lord, they're probably, I'm gonna say anywhere from $5 to $10 a pack. So, do some simple math. You take $5 a pack for the generics, and there's 10 packs in the cart. And if if you're smoking a pack a day, there's 10. Let's say, well, 30 days a month. You know, $5 a day, that's $150 a month. Okay, look where you can put that money in something else. You know, you get on a boat or something else that if you not, I'm not talking about a big $40,000-$50,000 boat, but you go buy you a $2,500 boat and make that payment, or you can put big tires in your trucks or whatever you want to do, and with that $150 a month. Uh, Tobacco, I reckon Skulls and stuff like that now is around $10 a can. Okay, that's $300 a month. If you get into Marlboros and so forth, I reckon they're about $10 a pack now. But think about that, 30, 31 days a month. That's a pile of money, people. And you do that times 12. Okay, you don't realize, okay, do it this way. Preppers. Everybody wants to prep. Okay, if you do, I'm saying if you want to. If you give up your cigarettes or your tobacco or your, whatever your addiction is, put that money towards buying canned stuff, buying meats and stuff that's can't, put up dry goods, all this. You'd be surprised how fast you can build your preps. And it's all because you give up something that's going to drive you crazy if the crap hits the fan. Okay, if you not notice how prices going up, what are you going to do when cigarettes and stuff goes up another $5? I'm going to lay them down and quit. I hope you can, because it's rough. Uh, you know, there is so many addictions out there. I know people that's addicted to candy. They got to have candy every day. They eat candy all day. Okay, what happens if you can't get it? You better know how to make it. You better have stuff to make it with. And I know people that's on pot. Oh, you can grow pot, yeah. But when everybody else that's addicted to pot is out looking for your pot and all that mess, it's going to get rough. Okay, so the best thing to do is if you have an addiction, no matter what it is, get off of it. Try to quit it because it's not going to be good. And they talk about, like 2/3 of the world's population be dead within a year if it hits the fan. Think about the ones that's out there addicted that's going to try to take on their dealer or, somebody else to get drugs, ends up dead just because of just stupidity. Okay. I can call it stupidity because that's what it is. I've lived it. I mean, I've lived it hard. I changed my life. I changed my perspectives. I changed my, everything about it. Okay. I know people, trust me, it's hard. But there's addiction clinics and stuff that can help you. I hear people all the time, I want to quit, but man, I just don't know how. You don't want to quit, or you'd be sitting there at the rehab place waiting on the door, can you take me in? Can you help me? Okay. And they ain't nobody can do it but you. And I tell everybody, you can spend the rest of your life, go broke, destroy your family and everything else trying to help an addict that keeps saying, I want help, brother, I want help. But they never get to help. They don't never get it, in here that I'm going to quit. You become a crutch. You become, the person that they're always leaning on. Okay. You're not helping them. And there is a place called rock bottom. For me, it was homeless, living under a bridge. They was days I went 3, 4 days without eating. And I know looking at me now, that's hard to believe, but I did. And, at one time when I was living on the streets, I was about 145 pounds, 135, 145 pounds. Okay, that don't sound too little, but for a man that's 6'3", that's pretty small. I was pretty skinny. Okay, and I looked sickly back in, bad. And I blame everybody for my problems. But, I had my dope, I had my backer, and stuff like that. Had that alcohol, I could always manage to do that. And trust me, I've done some things I'm not proud of to get them. And, all you can do is, just forgive yourself for what you've done and move on once you get rid of them habits. But I'm telling you, people, I don't care how much you love someone, that person could be your son, your daughter, your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, whoever. And until they actually want to quit and make that move to quit, you can't help them. Okay, pray for them, yeah. But you'll notice that, brother. I'm trying to quit. I'm really trying. Could you just spot me a 20? Can I do something? Get a little bit of money. You're thinking, well, I don't want him doing hunger. I don't want. Okay, all he's gonna do is run and get dope. Trust me. I beg people, man, could I mow your yard for just a little bit of money? Anything to make a little money. Okay, I went around and I picked up cans. Any kind of little, if you've seen a microwave or something, cut the tail off of it, the cord off of it, strip it so I can sell copper. Anything that I can make $1 off of. Okay, just to furnish my dope habit. And, people, addictions are real. It doesn't matter. And I know people say, I ain't addicted to Pepsi. Yeah, you are. You can be addicted to cigarettes, tobacco, drugs, all of the gamut. You can be addicted to coffee, any kind of sugars and stuff like that. Hey, it's all the same. Okay, I know people say, well, I might be addicted to Pepsi, but I'm not addicted to crack. Really? Okay, let's look at Pepsi's. How much do you spend a year on Pepsi's? Okay, it doesn't matter if it's Pepsi. I'm not picking on a certain company. Pepsi's, Coca-Cola, whatever. Okay, how much do you spend a year on that? And, if you quit, how much would you be able to save? Okay, and if you can't go, let's say, put them down for a week. Prove it to yourself. Don't prove it to me. You don't got a thing to prove to me. Prove it to yourself. Okay, put down that alcohol for a week. Put down the cigarettes. Put down the tobacco. Put down the Pepsis. Put down the energy drinks. Whatever it is. Put it down for a week. Don't prove it to me. Prove it to yourself that you're not addicted. You can just throw it down anytime you take a notion. And you'll find out. Okay, you can't deny it when you're sitting there, just absolutely about to lose your mind. You're driving your wife and kids or your husband, kids, or whoever. Your kids are driving you nuts, whatever. Okay, then you can't deny it. This just something come to my mind because, man, if the crap ever hits the fan and you take my coffee, oh my God. So today, tomorrow, I'm going to go down to 1 cup of coffee. I'm going to start cutting back. And I'm going to make coffee a recreational thing. Every now and again, I'll drink a cup of coffee. Okay. Because, that's just as much of an addiction as heroin, meth, coke, pills, and all the other stuff we talked about. And, if it ever hit the fan, I'd be rough shape. I have coffee, trust me. I've got coffee put back. But, what happens a year from now? 2 years from now? Or I don't know how big your supply of stuff is that you put up for your addictions, but You know, what happens when that runs out? You know, then you're going to be in a hard situation. Here's why I'm saying this. Imagine you can't go to the store and get grocery and stuff for your family, and you're out here, you're trying to harvest, you're trying to, plant, you're trying to trap animals, you're trying to preserve. You're already struggling with everything in your life. You got to have struggle to get your home heat and everything else, and then you're trying to quit a habit. On top of that, it'll be rough. And I mean, real rough. Well, I guess I beat this horse enough, but people think about it. I know people that's addicted to having their hair done, their makeup done, all this nails and going to the beauty shops and these I don't know what you call them, spas and stuff. Okay, I hear them all the time, Lord, I gotta get to the spa. I'm about to die. It's been almost 3 months. Oh my God, I just can't. Okay, what happens if you can't go to the spa and you gotta suck it up? I'm gonna let you go, but I want y'all to really give it a hard thought on this addiction stuff because it's true, man. There's thousands of addictions out there, and I'm gonna say 99% of us has got some kind of addiction. Mine is still coffee. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still addicted to dope, drugs, alcohol, and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. But I don't do them. The only thing I do is you'll see every morning I drink a cup of coffee right there, and that ain't shine. That's water. You'll notice 99% of the time if you see me drinking something, it's a big old thing of ice water. Okay, I've got an ice machine, best $100 I ever spent. It was a reward for myself. And, a buddy of mine gave me one. And then, I decided, oh God, I got used to drinking ice water, man, and that's good stuff. Okay, if the refrigerator stuff go down, I got thinking, that could be a good prep. You could hook it up to, your solar system, make ice and be able to keep, a few things cooler. Maybe enjoy a drink of good cool water. But it wouldn't be my top priorities. But, it'd be an awful nice thing to have. And if you want to do some laying up for preps, for trade items, man, get some cigarettes. I don't know how you store them long term. You have to look at it for yourself. Tobacco, like, Red Seal, Skulls, whatever people chew, put it up. Put some alcohol up. Because, you take these alcoholics, they come around, man, you're like, I got this big old jug of Jack Daniels or Wild Turkey, whatever. I'll trade it for that gun you got right there and the shells you got to it. Good luck, buddy. Because they'll do it. You turn around and you get crap hits a fan, and let's say that they have a vehicle that's runnable, and they're out hunting stuff. I guarantee you that they'd trade a car to liquor if you got enough of it. But give it some thoughts, man. Lay that stuff up as preps. If you know how to keep cigarettes long term, I don't know if you put them in the freezer, put them in the refrigerator, or stuff you a couple cartons back. If you can just stand them on a shelf, that's good too. Just whatever. You just have to look at it for yourself. You know, be good trade stuff. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other, and we'll see you on the next video.